Malaysia is very close to China. Only 58 kilometers, and the Zhengmu Ansha Islands in the southernmost of China is only over 100 kilometers. So what kind of country is Malaysia? Malaysia is divided into two parts by the South China Sea, called West Malaysia and East Malaysia. We can see from the night view map that the brightness of lights in West Malaysia is much higher. The total population of Malaysia is over 32 million. About 80% of the population live in West Malaysia, and only about 20% in East Malaysia. The southern part of West Malaysia is the Strait of Malacca. Here, there is a deep water port built by China Power Construction. Golden Port. It's less than 150 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur, and only over 200 kilometers from Singapore. Once the Golden Port is completed, the trade channel of the Strait of Malacca will be smoother. Geographically, Malaysia is well protected by Indonesia and the Philippines. This is the distribution map of volcanoes in the world. This is the distribution map of earthquakes in the world. It can be seen that these geographical disasters perfectly avoid Malaysia, including tropical storms, that is, after passing through Indonesia and the Philippines. When it reaches Malaysia, the destructive power has been greatly weakened. Malaysia has 13 states and 3 federal territories. The capital is Kuala Lumpur, is a constitutional monarchy federal state. But unlike the monarchies of the UK and Thailand, Malaysia has 9 kings. These 9 kings are distributed in 9 states, equivalent to the emperor of each state. The supreme head of Malaysia is also the king, is rotated by the emperors of the states every 5 years. That is to say, if you were born and your father has just completed a 5-year term, if you want to become king again, you must wait until you are 40. But many people don't want to be the king, and some even run away halfway, because the king of Malaysia has no real power. It's troublesome. It's troublesome to move from their own palace to the palace. It's better to lie flat on their own territory. On land, Malaysia is adjacent to 4 countries: Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Brunei. Among them, Singapore joined Malaysia in 1963. But 2 years later, Singapore separated from Malaysia and declared independence. Brunei in the north is already small and was divided into 2 parts by Malaysia. The middle area of Limbang used to be a disputed area between Malaysia and Brunei. Philippines and Malaysia have also had territorial disputes. When it became independent in 1946, the Philippines claimed sovereignty over Sabah. But under British manipulation, Sabah joined Malaysia. For decades, around the issue of Sabah's sovereignty, the 2 countries have had many verbal battles. Even in 2013, over 200 Filipinos rushed to Sabah, demanded that the land be returned to the Philippines, and clashed with the Malaysian police, eventually resulting in dozens of deaths. Moreover, the Philippines believes in Catholicism, while Malaysia is Muslim. Religious conflicts and territorial disputes have made the relationship between the 2 countries passive. In terms of resources, West Malaysia has Malaysia, which is the largest man-made lake in Southeast Asia. East Malaysia has another extreme of Malaysia, the highest peak, Kinabalu Mountain, 4,095 meters. East Malaysia has the longest river in Malaysia, the Rejang, with a total length of 640 kilometers. Palm oil is the pillar industry of Malaysia. Half of the country's arable land is planted with palm trees. It accounts for 25% of the world's output, second only to Indonesia. Geographical division also made West and East Malaysia grow into independent entities. People from both sides need to cross the border, and customs and visa are required. You can only stay in East Malaysia for 3 months. If you want to work for a long time, you need a work permit. West Malaysia has more Muslims. East Malaysia was long colonized by the British. Christians are numerous. Racially, Malaysia is dominated by Malays, accounting for about 67%, Chinese for 25%. Indian population accounts for 7%, and other races account for 1%. The official language of Malaysia is Malay, and English is widely used. Chinese is widely used. Malaysian cars drive on the left. Diet avoids pork and alcohol. Traditional costumes are like this and like this. In 2022, China's bilateral trade with Malaysia reached a new historical high, $203.6 billion. What is Malaysia like in your mind? Welcome to leave a message in the comments section.